One of the things that I always hear is that opening line is like, hey, my name is Daniel Niekart calling with Everyday Mortgage. On a recorded line, is John Smith home? And let's just say John Smith was in a good mood and he said, yeah, this is John. Hey, John, this is Daniel Niekart again. How are you doing? Right? You're putting yourself in a position where you can easily be told no. And when you think about sales, you have to think about it as like chess versus checkers, right? Chess meaning that you are thinking a couple moves ahead. And so your opening line needs to be crafted in a way where you're protecting yourself from being told no, from being told, oh, he's not here, I'm not interested, take me off your calling list, whatever it is. Because that's what, we do as consumers. There's a reason why we get forwarded a voicemail a lot, but the rare times that you actually do get connected to a voice, it's game on, right? And so you have to be aware of how your first 15 to 30 seconds engagement, the wording, the tonality, the way you actually connect with that person is. But let's say if I was calling John Smith, you want to get straight to the point, but assume that they know you already, right? So even though you've never talked to them, you want to come off that way, as if you're almost like a friend calling, someone that already knows that person. Because my belief is that whenever you're doing solicitations, whenever you're marketing, you have to come off in a way where it's already in progress. It's already happening. It's already in motion. This is something that's coming your way. And how that differentiates from most marketers and most salesmen is that when they call, they're more or less fishing, right? Like, this is Daniel, is John Smith in? That's fishing, right? That's trying to see if you can get something. And then let's say John Smith gets on the phone. Hey, John, this is Daniel, wondering if you're in the market. Can I interest you in some blah, 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 right? Can I interest you in some cash out? Can I interest you in a comp report or whatever it is? Again, that's fishing. That's seeing if people will nibble. But if you operate and move in a way where you're giving out this impression like it's already en route, it's already happening, and all you're doing is just giving them a quick heads up. Like, hey, John, this is Daniel, quick heads up, right? Just FYI, some information's coming on its way to your home. It's gonna go to your address. And I just wanted to connect with you to give you a heads up and see if you wanted me to email it to you instead, as opposed to send you this, big bulk piece of mail. So it's already en route, right? But the way I'm talking to them, and I understand it could be a rule where, for compliance purposes, you have to let them know they're on a recorded line. You have to let them know who you're calling with. I understand that, but there's no actual specific rule of when you have to say that, right? So you can get the attention first, connect with the prospect, and then once you're a little bit into your phone call, then you mention, oh, hey, John, by the way, the call is recorded, right? Because I'm calling with Everyday Mortgage, just so you're aware, but it's just for your protection and for quality control purposes, right? But you could do that later on once you have a hook in John's mouth, right? So once you actually have a little bit more control of the conversation. But if you say that right at the very beginning, the problem with that is that again, the first impression is that you're a salesman, is that you're a telemarketer. And without having first their attention or interest, and then kind of showing your cards that you're trying to sell them or you're trying to offer them something, it's in reverse. It's going to be very hard for you to break past that immediate judgment and that guard that they'll throw up, right? They'll put up a guard because they want to protect themselves from wasting time or spending their money or being sold or being solicited, right? And this is how we operate. This is how we think.